EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the home of the Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Matt Prater, been around a long time, will get us started here. And off we go from Glendale. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right to the air goes Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On second down, it's Daniels. Intercepted on the second play of the game. It is picked off by the rookie safety. Murray now going to throw to open. A short one here, caught by McBride. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here's the first carry for the Pitt product, James Conner. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On the zone read, given to Conner. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. They go play action now. Murray. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
On third down, Murray. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense has it. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the zone read, here's Daniels. He finds some room across the 25. And they'll get him down, but not before he takes this across the 30-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
Now, this looks like a design run. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call design runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Daniels to throw on second down.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Cardinals offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Play action. It's Murray. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's an Arizona first down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the give, this is Connor. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Throwing now, Murray on first down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15.
So a turnover-filled first quarter has come to an end. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's Harrison. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at him. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. And in motion is Brown. He'll be brought down after a short pickup. Through at the 29. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's a designed run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They work forward to the 40-yard line. Justin Jones finishes that one off. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. That's caught by Eckler. And he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this first half.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
And that is no good. He missed it. The Cardinals offense about ready to take over once more. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That ball caught, it's Zay Jones. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Murray. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a game of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 25-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Murray. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Throwing again is Murray. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Now Murray keeping it himself. And he will do it himself. He's in. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to take over just before the half. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. So we come to halftime in this 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cards offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle, Connor. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Tip Ryman The tight end was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
A gain there of 11. It's an Arizona first down.
We've seen third down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Connor. Down the sideline, past the 40. They keep beating him. 15 more on the ground. And another first down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
Interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Now Murray on 3rd and long. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. The Commanders offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
They'll go back to Eckler here on 1st down. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Washington first down.
Throwing is Daniels. He'll get that to his tight end, Ben Sinnott. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the give, it's Eckler. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. slot man in motion left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. They'll put him down right at the 20, but they'll also move the sticks. That is a first down picked up.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
We'll give it to Eckler on the option. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big game, and he picks up the first down.
They'll run here with Eckler to the 5-yard line. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. Again, it'll be Eckler. And he will score. Game on. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. DJ Dallas now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Pass complete there to Harrison. Here's a 2nd and 6. McBride is the motion man. On 2nd down, here's a run with Connor. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. We'll try and run for this with Connor. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. second down and 8. He'll get this out wide. And this one will not work. He goes out of bounds. They're going to drop 4 on that one.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, just one of those plays. There's just nowhere to go with the ball. He decides to try to make a run for it and extend the play. But unfortunately, the defense had him accounted for as well. Gets what he can, gives himself up, brings up 4th down.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Going to work Connor in the middle here. Second down and 3. They'll go right back to Connor. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
On the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Power run inside. Here's Connor. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here. Connor. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee.
It's the game of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Matt Prater for the Cardinal field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
So it's a win for the Cardinals. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.